TestDrive3 here, and today you see we're on MLB 17 the show. We got our year-to-year save on
10 games
here.
out of first.
See, here was our injuries of the
collected
year.
win number
We lost
2
one
on
of
the
our
year,
best
helping
relievers,
lead the
Michael
Orioles to
Canoa,
victory over
who
Tampa
had a
Bay,
2.21
3-2.
ERA
Heading into today,
this
the
year with a
Orioles are in
1.79
last
last
place in
year.
the AL East. They're
Diane
over 20
Viciedo was
games out
not
of
being
first,
productive
while
this
the
year. He was
Rays are
mainly a
4th in
bench
the
player after we
division. They're
acquired
15
Mookie
games
Betts.
back. The
And
Los
Brett
Angeles Angels of
Anderson, one of
Anaheim
our
pitched well,
starters.
allowing 3 hits as they got the
Wait, no,
home
that's
victory
Luis
against the
Avila, sorry.
Astros, 3-2.
Brett
At the
Anderson, there he
moment, the
is.
Angels are
See,
in
he was
first
being
place in
productive
the
this year,
AL
12 and
West.
8 with
They are enjoying a
162 innings pitched
comfortable
by the time of his
9-game
injury.
cushion, while
And
the
Luis
Astros are
Avila
second in
also
the
got hurt.
division, 9
Obviously
games
not
back.
very productive the
The
past 2
A's
years for us,
launched 3 home runs
but
as they beat the
that's
visiting
how it
Red
is
Sox
right now. We're
5-4.
probably going to look to
Right
move him.
now,
And
the
then Art
A's sit
Mullen,
in
our
last place in the
top
American League West
prospect, we were
division.
going to
They're
bring him
over
up,
20 games out
and
of
he got
first.
injured
And the Red
after Brett
Sox are
Anderson's
leading the
injury.
AL East, an impressive
So
10 games ahead
we
of
couldn't
second.
bring him up,
The Texas
and
Rangers
here
totaled 11
is
hits as they
William
took down
Ferris,
the
who got
visiting
brought up
Mariners
instead, our number 2
3-2.
prospect
As of today, the
behind
Rangers
Mullen.
sit in third place in the American League West division, 16 games out of first.
Yeah,
And the
so we're going to do
Mariners
a
are
little
4th
bit
in the
of a
division.
season
They're
review
over
right now.
20 games out of
So
first.
Dom's
The
played in
Philadelphia
85
Phillies
games
set
only
3
this year.
balls into
Got
the
called up,
seats as
or
they
got
beat the Braves in
recalled up
Atlanta
halfway through the season
6-5.
after getting
Heading
sent
into
down
today, the
after
Braves
the
are in
deal
last
for
place in the
Mookie
NL
Betts.
East. They're over 20
But
games
he
out of
got called
first.
up due to
And the
injury, and he
Phillies
stayed
are
up in the
second in the
majors.
division, but they
You
currently
see
hold a
here, he
spot
had
in the
a
NL
very great year. You
wildcard
see all of
race.
his
The Marlins
improvements in
put
the
together
field
10
and
hits
at the
total
plate.
as they took down the Nationals in
Obviously
Washington
hitting 298 with
7-2.
22
Looking at
stolen
the
bases. That was
standings,
the
the
biggest
Nationals
thing
sit
last
in
year. He went
third
from
place in the
2
National League
steals
East
to
division, 13 games
22
out.
somehow. I'm
And the
not sure. I'm going to check
Marlins
his
are
stolen
4th
base
in the
percentage
division.
here.
They're over 20
And it was
games out of first.
88%, so he actually
The
was
Reds
very
total 11
efficient.
hits as a
He
team
had
as they
7
stomped the
errors,
Brewers
but that's not
10-3.
very good.
Right now,
He had
the
a pretty good
Brewers
win
are in
above
4th
replacement
place
going
in the
into
NL
the
Central.
last
They're
game here.
over 20 games out of
Mookie
first,
Betts.
while the
This
Reds
guy's
are
a
third in the
superstar here.
division. They're over 20 games
You
out of
see,
first. The
147
Pittsburgh
games this
Pirates
season.
combined for 10 hits
148
as a
will be
team
next
as they
game,
got the
almost
win
a
in extra
career
innings
high.
over the Cardinals
Hit
3-1.
320,
As
that
of
is a
today,
career
the
high,
Cardinals
with
sit in
34
second
stolen
place in
bases,
the
that's a
National League
career high.
Central. They're
Has
over
a chance to
20
break his
games
career
out of
high in
first.
RBIs.
And
Home
the
runs will
Pirates
not be
are
able
at
to
the
touch
bottom
that
of the
unless he
division.
hits
They're
10, but
over
that doesn't
20
happen.
games out of
Career
first.
high in hits,
Corey
not in
Seager had a
runs
home
though.
run and
At
3
bats, he had a
RBIs,
ton
leading
of
the
at bats
Dodgers over the
already.
Diamondbacks
And yeah,
3-1. He also extended his hitting
you see his
streak to a modest
contract, we're
8
going to have to
straight.
give him
At the
money after
moment,
this
the
year.
Dodgers sit in first place in the
And
National League
for some
West
reason he
division.
thinks he's
They
just
are
an
more
everyday
than
player.
10
He's
games
a
ahead
star
of
for us.
second.
I don't
And the
understand why he
Diamondbacks
thinks
are
that, but
third in the
it's okay.
division. They're over
Nigel
20
Belcher,
games out of first. The
our
Padres
personal
had
favorite.
12 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Rockies 7-4. Heading into today, the Padres
So
sit
here he
in
is. Let's
last
check his
place in the
stuff. You
National
see
League West
his
division.
power
They're
versus
over
ready was the
20
biggest
games out
improvement,
of first.
as he went from
While the
18
Rockies
homers
are
last
fourth
year
in
and
the
about as
division.
many
They're
games in
over
at bat
20
to
games out of first.
36 this year. I don't know if he's
Madison
juicing or
Bumgarner
what.
nabbed his
His average
15th
did
win
drop
this
about
season,
30
helping
batting
lead the
points though,
Giants to a win over
but
the
his
Cubbies
stolen bases went
2-1.
way up
He is
too
among
this
the
year.
NL leaders in
So
shutouts.
it's a
Looking
little
at the
interesting.
standings,
Did
the
have
Giants
about the
are in
same amount of
second place in
walks,
the NL West. They're 15
slightly less
games back,
strikeouts,
while the Cubs
way
are
less
in
doubles
first
actually,
place in the NL Central.
but
They
his
are
total
more
bases
than
went way up
10
because of his
games
home
ahead of
runs,
second place. And that's the show for
more plate
today. Join
appearances,
us again tomorrow for all the latest pennant
and he
chase
had a
news and
very
results from
quality
around the
year.
league.
His cut ceiling ratio is not that good. Sorry for that. A lot of errors actually, and for a lot more innings this year too. His win above replacement is a little low for how much I value him. His at bats per home run is very high though. So you see, and he's only 19. He's only getting better with A potential that went up. I guess he had a B. You see, we have a very friendly contract on him. We might have to restructure that when we can. He only has one quirk though, which is unfortunate. Kendrys Morales, this kid, he's been performing great this year. 294, I believe that is a high. Oh no, he hit 306 one year in Los Angeles. Okay, but he had a great year. 33 bombs so far, 109 RBIs. He had 2 stolen bases. Did he have any caught stealing? Yeah, I don't know why they had him steal so much, 8 times. Because I sit in a lot of games, so. So that's kind of funny. I don't know why they had him try and steal 8 times, but I guess it paid off twice. He did play in 161 games, so far, and he'll play one more game this year too, so that is impressive. Well, I guess since he's a DH, he does play some time in the field. every once in a while, but Morris is mainly our first baseman, who's going to check him out now. He has regressed quite a bit, down to 62 overall. See his big change from the last 2 years for us, 309 and 324, all the way down to 259 the last 3 years. He has had an injury bug every year. So, and this year was a lot more significant. He missed a whole month of the season. 4 steals. I don't know how many cut stealing he has. 2, I guess. I don't know why he's really stealing bases either, but that's okay. He got +3 stealing, so he was at 0 stealing at one point. You see, he does like being here, though. He's not necessarily a 57, but his ecstatic gets him to 62. Sandoval, a little bit of a disappointment this year. Dropped 22 batting points in about the same amount of games at bats, same amount of runs almost, just less hits, same amount of home runs and less RBIs. Kind of a disappointment there. And you can tell some of his contacts going up. I guess he's hit well against lefties. But that's about it. His fielding has gone down progressively throughout this year. Lombardozzi, definitely not a bad player. He's definitely done some nice stuff for us. Hit 312 that first year for us, and ever since then he's kind of evened out around that 280 range with 8 or 9 homers, 39 to 40 RBIs kind of thing. Stolen bases were down last year, but they're about normal this year. Again, Marwin Gonzalez, disappointment. See, last year, once after signing him, hit 296 with 13 bombs. Obviously, and that's only in 98 games. And you see this year in 132 games, the same amount of bombs, barely more RBIs, barely more stolen bases. His on-base percentage last year was through the roof. Slugging percentage last year through the roof. On-base plus slugging through the roof. He has more doubles this year, but the thing is, he's been struggling to actually perform at some of these things because he's he's played in 34 more games and has 1 less hit so far. So if he gets only 1 hit this next game, then it's down here. Levinsky started out the year so hot, and he really evened out at about this 290 mark again. He had I think 9 home runs in the first month and a half, and he finished with 12, which is kind of disappointing too. But I know it is what it is. I guess he did pretty well. He has improved quite a bit since we brought him up, but so we like having him here. Holiday off the bench, 47 games, hitting 288 off the bench. That's pretty good for a backup catcher. That's all he's really here for. Alcantara, still playing 98 games. He is a starter in some lineups. 9 homers, 43 ribbies, 9 stolen bases. Obviously, he's gotten quite a bit of time, sharing time with Lombardozzi and Marwin Gonzalez. In 300, he's performed pretty well, but not sure where we see him in our future. Brock Holt, 291 off the bench, obviously brought him in part of that Mookie Betts deal. Very utility type player. Like having him here, but not sure where he fits going forward. Carrara, starter for most of the year. See, down year from last year, did get hurt. That's the injury that brought Doms up into the majors. And Doms kind of just took the show a little bit. He just played better. His on-base percentage was lower. Mitre just got called up for a September call-up, so the year he did okay in his limited time. Obviously last year, kind of a disappointment for what we saw out of him on the bench, but he's good enough to get a roster spot when there's 40 men available. Jorge Flores, we're not quite sure what we see with this guy yet. He's very utility. If we move Brock Holt, Jorge Flores will probably be the guy to come up and fill that role for playing every position off the bench. But you see, obviously not great numbers this year. Now Felipe Cora, this is interesting here. A potential prospect, first baseman. Possibly, we gave him a lot of time. Not a lot of time, I guess. He came up for about a week or two when Morse was hurt. And you filled the role okay. You see, kind of similar numbers around Morse. Let's check his at-bats per home run. I probably could have done it in my head, but this will just be Easy 21.5 compared to 24.5. So kind of similar there. Hit around the same average. Got RBIs pretty effectively. See, we do like him. We're planning on having him in the majors all next year, but we got his feet wet this year, so that's good. Did have the game-winning RBI 2 weeks ago, I think. Eric Gonzalez, see, another kind of Jorge Flores type player. Very versatile in the infield. Possibly gonna make a run at Marwin Gonzalez's starting spot, but we're not really quite sure yet on that. We're losing quite a bit of pop in the infield, and we're losing some fielding, but we're getting a lot faster. So at the same time, it's kind of like, well. And then Diaby Grulin just got called up again this year. You see, past 2 years was not impressive at all. This year, before Levinsky stepped in, he was our starting pitcher at the start of this league. 5 RBIs in 44 games with only 22 hits. So clearly not, and he didn't get on base that often. Like he didn't walk. He struck out a ton. Obviously, he has improved quite a bit. You see his stuff here. He's gotten a lot better. The one thing that got him on our roster was his fielding and arm strength. He's very good at that. So, and he's young yet, so we don't know where we're at with him. Levinsky's already 27, and Holiday obviously is 30. So we're probably going to let Holiday walk after this year. Probably not going to bring him back. We'd like to. Maybe we'll offer him arbitration or something if we can. But that's our bench right now. Now on to pitching rotation. Okay, so Ohtani's obviously our number one. I moved him here so he could pitch the last game of the year. So we'll start with we'll start with Ohtani. So 23-6 this year. Obviously, probably Cy Young front runner. 232 innings, 315 strikeouts though. Which is a crazy amount. Last year he had, in game 162 he pitched and we got him his 9 strikeouts, I think, to get to 307, if that's right. If that's the right number. Yep, 307 strikeouts last year. 100 strikeout improvement over the year before. And last year went 23-7. So if he loses this next game, he'll go to 23-7. But you see here, 24.1 less innings with 8 more strikeouts. Way less walks. That is the most impressive number here. He's up to 99 overall. 2 less games here. Higher winning percentage. Less quality starts. A lot less quality starts. But more complete games. Way more shutouts. 11 shutouts this year. That's insane. That's ridiculous. 62 runs allowed. Same as last year. Less earned runs, though. That's crazy. We've had 11 runs on errors. That's ridiculous when he's been pitching. That's probably a lot of the losses, too. Win above replacement, 9.4. 12.22 Ks per 9. That's a ridiculous number. These are ridiculous. All of these are really good. Ohtani's been our ace. You see, nice contract for us as well. See, he wants to make $21 million, so we should probably find a way to get him that kind of money. Got some good quirks there. And this is his attributes, obviously. Large improvement in base on ball and K through 9s. But he's developed beautifully from the 80 overall A potential we got the first year all the way to now. This shows how important A potential is. Oh, and I think he does have a home run on the year. Let me check. I don't know if there's a way to check that even. Yeah, but I think I did hit a home run with him in an NL game. Then Liriano is our number 2. Obviously, you see, great pitcher this year. Good numbers. He had 16-6, 213 innings. Did make his last start. Did take an L that game, so he could have been 17-5. But 16-6 is a good record nonetheless. We're not quite sure what we're going to do with this contract here. We just signed him last year, but that's a lot of money for a number 2 pitcher. He is performing very well, though, but I'm not sure. He does have some decent quirks. His break on his pitching is wonderful. See, this year is probably his best year of all time, except for this year maybe with Minnesota. This year with Minnesota was insane. But here he is, 16-6, 213 innings, 240 for strikeouts, about the same as he was the past few years. Whip game started. Winning percentage way, way, way up, except for his year in Minnesota. Quality starts way up. Complete games about the same. Did give up way less hits, runs, and earned runs. Did give up a little bit more for home runs though. So his WAR this year was 5.5. Very, very good year for him. Then we'll go to our number 3 halfway through the season, William Ferris. Obviously, good year so far in only 37 innings, 2.89 ERA. 4 quality starts, 1 shutout in his pitching debut here. Already has 3 runs given up that weren't like earned. 5 home runs for 12 of his earned. That's pretty bad. But he seems like he'll be a quality pitcher going forward. Possibly going to replace Chacin here in the future. Louis Chacin. Not quite sure what we see in him. Obviously the 14-7 record, but when your team wins 100 games, you're probably going to win a lot of games. So you see a 3.92 ERA. That's kind of where he likes to float in his career. Obviously his lowest year in Colorado. Still went 9-11 that year. This year, 5.4. That's ridiculous. But you see, he had a quality year, not an insane year, not a great year. Last year was probably his best year for us, even though he had less strikeouts, more losses, but I don't know. He had more quality starts and everything, so he performed well. He gave up how many home runs this year? 34 bombs this year. Jeez. It's the most of his career by 3. So he's okay. Not quite sure what we see out of him going forward in the future. And then Alan Webster, 15-10 record, 216, 3.23 ERA. Oh, whoops. 209 innings, 1.21 WHIP. Obviously, a great season for him. Great season. You see here, last year when we acquired him from the Athletics, not such a great year for him. But this year, when we had him in our rotation the whole season, definitely came out and performed, especially once we traded Jorge Lopez off of our team. It really opened up the number 5 spot for Webster, who's definitely earned it. So you can expect him to be with us. Edwin Jackson, late call-up with the 40-man, has not performed very well so far since he got recalled up. So we might move him from the bullpen and just not use him as much going into the playoffs. DJ Kilpatrick, okay, 4-0 since he got called up in 65 innings, so that looks good, obviously, but does have 1 blown save for some reason. I don't know why he was in for a save. That's okay. Dan Cody, 9-4 record this year, 3.32 ERA. Last year he was 9-1 with 5 saves. Dan Cody's a beast in the bullpen. I love having this man. He is so good. Look at him. He's a beast. He's an absolute beast. Obviously, he's been with us since the first year. Jake Diekman, 5.4 ERA. Obviously, got him from Texas in the Keone Kela deal. But he just has not transitioned well for us. Not really what we're looking for. 31, so he's going to probably get shipped in the offseason. Thomas Roberts here. Definitely only 8.2 innings pitched, but he's only given up 3 runs in those 8.2 innings. So he's performed well. 6 strikeouts. Obviously, his walks are a little high for what we like. But he's only 18. Was this last draft. And got called up for the 40-man this year because of his potential out of the bullpen. We like what we see in him, and obviously the injuries open up spots for him. Keone Kela this year has been ridiculous. 1.04 ERA. Possibly could win reliever of the year. 25 holds. I would vote for him. Only 5 earned runs in, what was that? 43 innings, 5 earned runs. That's insane. Oh, no wild pitches, nothing bad here. 0-1, but he does have 4 saves this year, I guess, so That's interesting. We'll go to our closer last. Daniel Morey did get called up. Has 1 inning pitch for us with 0 earned runs. Yeah. Burke Badenhop has no innings pitched this year. He got called up after the most recent injury as well, so he just kind of hangs out here in case we need an arm to throw in a mop-up game. And then Johnny Irby. Look at this man's progression. Obviously a huge piece for us going forward in the future. 99 K through 9. Obviously everything's been improved a lot by him this season, by his production. 2.49 ERA with 89 strikeouts through 65 innings pitched. 51 saves this year. That is a ridiculous number. Check his blown saves. He does have 6 blown saves, so he could have 57 saves. I'm actually gonna. What is the highest number of saves in the MLB?
One moment. Greg Holland of the Rockies leads the MLB.
Of all time.
I'm not sure I understand.
I'll look it up. Sorry. Most saves in a season. $57. So if he had all 6 of those saves like held through, he could have had it. Yeah, we just need one more, and it's game 162 here. So that's that. I'll look for some of our prospects in the future. Not really anything here. Obviously, we looked at this Jaeger. He's okay going forward. Probably move him to get a piece next season. That's kind of what we see with him. Saldana, nothing really here at second base. Second base, we did draft. Okay, we'll go look at that too. Marquez. Look at this man's progression already through the first year. He hit 320, I think, in AAA, and he was an absolute beast. So his fielding is really low. That's the only thing that I'm not quite sure on what to do with him. I don't really trust his fielding that much. His arm is low too, so I'm not sure if he's a third baseman. Going into the future, Carvajal, he is good. He was a free agent pickup last year out of the DR. He was a kind of like a Mookie Betts for us. Escanio, obviously, not going to do much for us. Ryan Price, not going to do much for us. Then we get to Eloy Jimenez. He's a good player. Probably going to trade him, though. See, Garrett Dove. This guy can absolutely fly. Hit 300 in Double A actually this year. And had like 30 stolen bases. So, and he hit leadoff. So, he's going to be a solid piece in probably about 2 years. Possibly going to replace Mitre on the lineup. He's basically Mitre, but a little less at hitting. But Olivo is a good player, not a great player. Might look to move him. This is our bread and butter guy right here, Ronald Castro. This man is one we're going to look to build around. The only problem is the fielding. Once again, we have a poor fielding player. It's hard to get him in the outfield because if you look at someone like Belcher, this guy had 8 errors this year. And he's got 30 more fielding than number 2 here, Ronald Castro. And I really like Castro. Castro does a lot of nice things with the bat. He's a great player. He did have 1 AB this year. Did make his debut, I think, in a pitch hitting opportunity, but did not get a hit. And it's interesting. Most likely we'll see himself up in the majors next year. If not that, the year after definitely will be up. But he's a great player. He does avoid injuries. That's good. His durability is 99 actually. So we're going to look to give him probably a big contract this season, this offseason. Then we're just going to kind of figure out what to do here. Because we got Belcher, Betts, and Castro. Which I don't know where we're going to exactly go with any of this here. Because we're kind of heavy laden on the lineups. But that's okay. Now we're going to go and play our next game. Minnesota actually is in danger of sweeping us here, which is kind of ridiculous. Chargoy has a 6.75 ERA and he somehow has 5 wins. Carlos Carrasco's actually had a nice year for them. Actually, let's go check some of the league. Signed draft picks. Here we go. Diego Ramirez, we did draft this kid. 60 overall only, though, so he's not good, not great. Anthony Coburn, this kid will be good. It's a great relief pitcher for us going forward. Looking to pair him with Irby, probably throw him as our setup guy. Julian Gomes, this kid is fast. He's fast. Joe Allred, he's pretty okay. Fairhurst, got a great pick here at pick round 5. A good potential player. Kevin Weber, he gives us some fielding at third base. Never probably going to leave an impact on the majors. And Juan Gonzalez probably will never make the majors either. But that's okay. We have to have a farm system. So here we go. We'll play this game. Ohtani gets the last start of the season. He's already at 315 strikeouts. Let's wear our whites here. Which theme? Just theme 1? Yeah, let's just do theme 1. Here he is, 99 overall, 1.98 ERA, 23-6 on the year. How do we give anyone a rest today? No, let's just go. We're first in the league in average, 10th in home runs, 7th in RBIs, and 2nd in stolen bases with 153. That's a lot of stolen bases. You see our pitching. All around, we've been a great team this year. A little bit better at home, actually. See. It's a great year for all of our pitchers this year, pretty much. No starting pitcher over 4 ERA.
From Progressive Field
a
in
big thing for us.
Cleveland. Today
Last
we
year, I
wrap
think
up
we
the
had 3
homestand
over
with
4.
the third of 3 between the Minnesota
Definitely,
Twins
Chastin's played a
and the
little bit
Cleveland
better.
Indians.
Webster's played a
Number
ton
16
better.
is ready to go as he'll be
Ohtani
on the
somehow
mound for
played
Cleveland.
better.
What do you have for us
315
on him, Benny?
strikeouts,
Well, this
22
guy's
walkers,
kind of
so that's
unique. How about a
insane.
5
His whip is under
that he has? That
.75.
gives him a lot of options for both righties and
That
lefties.
is pretty
If
ridiculous
he's on,
here.
he
Buxton.
can be really tough to hit.
Here's Byron Buxton now, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. Herald this Indians ball club as they begin play here this afternoon. They come into this one in decent form as despite the
Ohtani
loss
is
last
dirty,
time.
and we are playing on All-Star too, by the way, in case you were wondering. So
They've won
it
6
is pretty
of their
hard
last 9.
to actually
Well, Matt, and
play
another
well.
thing, I mean, this is a really good team. We know that, right? I mean, they've already clinched the division.
Bring the
The
fastball
question
up
will
and
be,
hope he swings.
how do you rest guys down the stretch
not
to
get
get ready
him
for
to
the playoffs? And that,
drop
to
a
me,
good ball on
is
him
more
now.
challenging,
Ooh,
maybe,
and he
than
fouls
the
it
rest
off.
of the
Okay,
season on the
Buxton.
calendar. That's a nice job of staying alive. A 2-strike breaking ball just out of the zone. He was able to put enough on it to get another pitch.
He spoils another
Buxton's
one,
having a
and
hell of
we'll
a
do
night
it
right
again.
now. Splitter.
Now another
Trying to get him to swing
2-2.
over it. Nope, we
And
pull
he's
it
getting
inside
his
on him, so
money's
we're in
worth
danger
up
of
there
walking
now. It's
someone.
full 3-2.
And we blow it by him with the
Wears him down
fastball.
here as he strikes
Probably
him
with
out
an
after
changeup or
a
splitter there.
9-pitch at
And
bat.
swung just a
And now
little
here's
bit
a look at
late
the
on it.
Minnesota Twins starting lineup. Harold, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, the key to me in this one, I'm going to throw a cliche at you, Matt. You know, I don't use many
The
cliches.
dirty
I would have to
pitch
say,
right there.
have
Now we're
great
going to throw a
energy.
splitter low,
Play
and we
some
got him to
enthusiasm.
swing too.
Get
That's
excited
2
about
strikeouts
playing.
back
And
to
if
back.
they do that, man, they carry it through for 9 innings. Look at it.
So we got him swinging.
What was that? He
Goes down for out number
26
2
home
in
runs
the
versus
top
righties
half.
and only 4 versus
Pulled off
lefties.
on the slider to
That's an
start the at-bat.
insane
It's
split right
ball
there.
1.
Can't get the
And that
strike
one
call.
stayed too low, apparently. Grounder down the line at third.
Not lucky that
But
one.
this will
Foul
get
there.
foul. 2-1. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Swings through it
Splitter
for
by
strike
him.
number 2. Ready with the
And now we're
2-2.
gonna throw a curveball, and we got him to swing in. We struck out the side in order.
Out the side in order. Kyle
Facing
Gibson.
Kyle Gibson on the year, 31 starts, 7.14 record, 5.22 ERA, 81 walks, 235 strikeouts. Obviously, his whip isn't terrible, but his ERA is, so probably gives up the long ball quite a bit. Here's Dom.
He doesn't have the stuff that's going to totally dominate hitters. Got to rely a lot on his defense. We'll watch and see how this one unfolds.
Harold, these Twins, as they take the field here this afternoon, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matt, you know what I find interesting about this team and watching
Dom
this game
finds a
today,
gap
they are
in the
really playing
infield
strong
for
baseball. They're
ground ball
playing good
single.
down the stretch. And that, to me, is all about that front office and the manager. They haven't quit. They've got plans in the future, and this looks like a club you look at and you say, look out for them next year. May not get there this year, but next year they will.
Hot shot on the ground.
And we got two infield singles right off the bat. Hit the ball hard both times. Betts especially hit the ball hard.
Well, back-to-back balls hit hard to start their bottom half of the first here. No wonder they're hustling off the field. Maybe they knew something we didn't know. They came to hit this game.
Coming to the plate now, Nigel Belcher entering play. He's currently 6th in the American League in runs batted in, but with a chance to add to that total right here.
The power swing here, I think, if I get something over the plate.
And he's
there,
off there,
Belcher.
1-0.
Good
This
life.
is the guy they're going to have to be careful with. He could put 3 runs on the board in a hurry, so expect them to try to get him to chase something out of the zone if they can.
The 1-0 delivery. Had him
Oh, he
lunging
had
at
me
that pitch
reaching there on
away, and
that
it's
sinker. I was
1-1
very
now.
late on that. I thought it was... Well, I guess I wasn't late. I said good timing, but I thought I was late. It seemed like I was late. The dirty tips there with the sinker going out and away
Here's the
from me,
1-1
obviously.
pitch. And a neck
He hasn't
high
thrown me
fastball
anything
that
in the
time.
zone yet. I
Well,
bailed
I
him
know
out
the
on one
last
of
thing
those.
he wants to do is
strikes
load the
there, though.
bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1.
Oh, I bailed him out
And
again.
gets a piece
Yeah.
here as this ball's
Leave
fouled
that
away.
up there.
Set to deal on 2-2. And the sinking
And he threw a
fastball
sinker in and
falls
got
strike
me.
three, and that's
Got
out
me
number
looking.
1. Into the box now.
Now it's Kendrys Morales
And
taking
he's
the
the
AL
right
in
man for the job
RBIs.
with runners in scoring position as he ranks 5th in the AL in RBIs entering play. First delivery to him on the way. Drilled to first. Mauer is there. The second
Mauer makes a great play at first. Oh, but they have an error. Morales is able to reach
is going to be
safely.
offline, so they just get the 1 on the play. So stepping
They're saying
in,
his average in
Michael
August was
Morse.
0, but
So
had
check
4
out
home
how
runs
he
now.
did in August versus how he's finishing off the season down the stretch here in September. No contact on the sinker
I
there.
struggle
He's
so much
behind
against
0-1.
sinker ball
Jumped
pitchers.
ahead
Like,
with
this is
strike
for some
one
reason
there,
I can't hit
and
'em.
that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
Oh, and Morse goes yard. A no-doubt bomb from Michael Morse with his 18th of the season.
That ball was crushed.
I really love having Morse here. He does perform for me.
So a
on this show.
3-run shot to left center, number 18 for him on the campaign, and the Indians move in front now, 3-0.
Well, he clearly didn't miss that pitch. He's so strong. If you look at the extension on that ball, he just really muscled that ball to the ballpark when it comes down
Left
to
that
it.
changeup right over the middle and then
Here's
turned on
Fernandez
it,
now,
sent it
Pablo
flying.
Sandoval. He enters play hitting in the 260s for the year.
And there we go.
Lofted
It's
in
had
the air out
the
toward
lazy
right
fly
center.
ball out there.
Sano
Yeah, first
is under
pitch
it, and
swinging
he
and
makes the catch for
threw
out
it out
number
right
3.
to Sano. I guess he's playing really
Indians
close to them. So I think probably a lot then.
Here's Brian Dozier now.
Dozier's
Day
having
off
a
for
good
him
day,
yesterday, but
Bring
back
that
out
hitter.
there for this one.
34 bombs, 103
He's ready.
RBIs.
Here's the 0-1.
Good quality.
Leaves a slider
season.
up high, but it's taken for a strike.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go.
And we had the
I know
shift
it's
pull
early,
them
they're
all
probably
to the
loading
right
on his
and
pitch
right
coming up,
into the
but
shift
he may
hit
not get another
Dozier.
pitch like that to swing at the rest of the game.
Oswaldo Arcia has actually had a quality year for them too.
Oswaldo Arcia comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike
Gonna
1.
throw that changeup over for a
In there,
strike.
he's in control 0-2 now.
Let's throw a
Every
high
time you go out
fastball
there
here.
to
Hope
start a
he
game on
reaches
the
for
mound,
it.
you hope to settle in
Off
quickly
it.
and get into a
Release a
groove.
little too high there.
He's definitely done that so far
Throw
in
a
the early
slider
going.
in.
Looks like he could go pretty
We're
deep
gonna
into
go
this.
with the splitter.
And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner, 2-2. And this will miss
have to
down
be a
low in
little
the dirt,
careful
so
here
he's
not to
working
lose
full
him on
now
a
with
walk.
3-2. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at
Change
home
up over
plate.
for a strike and hope he
Ripped
freezes
down the
it.
first base line. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2.
Another splitter here down low.
Sliced hard on the
And he hits
ground.
opposite the shift, but right at Pablo Sandoval, who makes the easy throw to first, as Arfield wasn't even legging that one out, possibly could have beat it on the throw slow. Plouffe hits for power, not for average.
Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in. It's been a rough go for him at the plate as he enters this one with a season average in the 230s. Seared down the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Skied into straightaway right.
Betts, which is a automatic 1-2-3 inning there, as Betts to a wonderful fielder out and right.
Down go the Twins in.
And up comes Lombardozzi.
Coming to the plate now, Steve Lombardo. He appeared as a pinch hitter in yesterday's contest.
Lombardo.
And
and they came in and hit him.
So the leadoff man will be on to open the frame. Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. He brings a rather ugly 230.
1 second here, just checking.
He's batting average into this one.
Up is Marwin Gonzalez now.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hard hit to first.
Mauer is literally a glove over there.
On to Mauer.
And Marwin gets thrown out as well on the back end of that play.
That's one of the hardest double plays to turn right there because of the difficult throw the first baseman has to make. No problem this time, though, and they get the 2 outs they were looking for.
At the plate, number 13.
Levinsky ending the year pretty well here last 10 games.
Over his
Has
past
been
10
performing pretty well.
Gibson steps into his windup. First pitch on the way. Swing and a little blooper to center. Buxton ranging
will be
forward.
Caught by Byron Buxton there, and that ends the inning.
Indians fail to score, but they're on top. Back with Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as Joe Mauer settles in to start the inning. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Gonzalez is up with it.
Marwin nonchalantly throws it over to first. Moore stretches and gets the grab.
Well, it's still early, but
See that? That's the breakdown here. We have 3 pitchers in the top 7, I believe that is. In wins this season, obviously, being the best. Having the second best record in the league is a big reason for that. Stuart Turner, prospect from the Reds. Somehow the Twins acquired him, and he's made their roster, I guess. Probably a
swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
Single hit the whole year.
Now a foul tip that's held onto at the plate, and the count moves to 1-2 now.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there.
This is
high
80s,
head
down
in
the
the
curveball
zone.
there.
Looks like a fastball
Try and
coming
bring
in.
it up on him and blow by him, and we get the called strike at the top at the numbers. Okay, pretty generous call there. Benefit of the doubt.
Turner goes down for out number 2 in the top.
Jorge Polanco.
And that one swung on and
Should
missed
be an
0-1.
easy strikeout
He
here.
doubled up on that slider, so that tells me he's really feeling it at this point in the game. Good chance we'll see a heavy dose of that slider as this start continues.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Belcher
gets under it and does make the catch.
Twins are
now we're back to our leadoff guy starting the bottom of the 3rd here.
In for his second at bat, Sean Downs. He'll get us going in the
try and drop a bunt here, I think, with Downs. Not elite speed, but could not get the bunt down. Actually.
Strike 1.
Yeah, so we'll swing away here with 1 strike now.
And the pitch.
It's over for strike now.
There's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Watching
from the windup, the 1-1 pitch.
Strike will swing that.
Dribbled to the right side.
Dribbled it down on right field
and
line.
The throw to first is in
I'll
time.
definitely make an easy throw.
Up next for Cleveland, right fielder Mookie.
Ready for another chance. Mookie Betts. He reached on a single in his first try.
There's Mookie Betts now. Was one out in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Good layoff on that slider outside. It's a hard take there.
Well, I like the pitch idea. It looked like he tried to get into chase right there, make him think that ball's over the plate and it runs away, but he laid off.
Ooh, and got an ugly pop up there. Somehow this Dozier goes all the way out to second base to cover that.
Second out.
Interesting.
Now batting,
Riding in
Nigel
once
Belcher
again.
got K'd out
Nigel
from 5
Belcher,
pitches right
0 for
here.
1 here in the early going.
Could have driven.
Into the windup and the pitch. A fastball, and he
Not
swings
being
through
very
it to fall
careful on
behind.
that
Well,
outside
Matt, if I
there.
use the cliche, it's not how you start, how you finish, it would apply right now. A couple innings ago, he had a rough inning. Didn't look
I'm
good.
not seeing
But
discipline
now he's
right
starting
now.
to settle in a little bit better. He may be able to get through this thing.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Hit to short.
Off with a
Blanco
roller to short.
scoops it up.
Can he beat it out? No,
Bauer
he
will
can't.
be in time,
In
and
danger
that
of dropping
retires
under the
the side.
300s after winning the batting title last year.
Digging in to try it again. Byron Buxton back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes
Probably
anything.
on the pitch.
Yeah, it'll be
Buxton
interesting to see
possibly
what
going
kind
a
of
little bit,
adjustments
so he
these
doesn't
hitters are
put
able to
anything
make
on the ground
in
and
the
beat
middle
it out.
innings of this game.
Just a bit
High
low. Tough
fastball
ball,
here.
but it's
Hope he
2-2.
chases.
There's a swing and a drive hit well
Takes
out to
this
right
yard.
field. Back goes Betts. A leap, but he can't bring it back into the park. It's
Byron
a
Buxton
home
took
run.
his yard.
Well, if you're going
On
to
a high
get your first hit
fastball.
of the game, you might as well do it
Opposite
with
field.
a bang. He thought he could squeeze one
Okay.
past him, but he thought wrong.
This is on the ground over to first.
Funny.
And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Well, lost the perfect game on the home run from the 4th inning, but that's
Here's
okay.
Miguel Sano. One
If it
run
was
in
Sano,
and
I would
one
have
run
understood.
so far
No,
this inning.
Sano took me yard.
Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left. No chance at bringing
Wow.
this one back.
Back to
Onto the
back,
home
two
run porch and
bad
gone.
pitches this
Wow,
inning.
talk
The
about
one
a guy
just
getting
Buxton
hot,
wasn't
right?
bad. That
Hits a
one.
bomb, hit one yesterday.
As I was saying it,
Usually
took
when
me
he
yard.
gets hot, he starts to hit them in bunches. This could be
There are 2 earned runs here this inning already for Ohtani on 2 solo
Here's a
shots.
fastball that crowds
You
him a
have to
bit,
be
and it's
careful
1-1.
around Dozier here and RCN.
Changed things up on him, and he got
Good
him
to
to
get out of
swing
this
through it.
inning.
1-2 now. And now a slider
struck
in
him out on
there
the
for a
slider.
called third strike, and there are 2 gone now. So with 2 gone here in the 4th, let's check out our pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And these 2 guys have both displayed their power arms so far with top speeds at 94 and 97 respectively. Oswaldo Arcia will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a
Kind of
called
choose
strike.
about
It's 0-1.
Like I don't
Swing
care
and a
about
miss on
Sano
the
as much,
slider,
but
and
it's
he's
a little
quickly
more
behind
realistic.
0-2.
Sano's a power hitter.
2 runs on 2 hits.
Really?
And no errors in the ball game for Minnesota. Swing and a liner. But a good
And
play
North
by the
grabbed
first
that at
baseman to
first
spear this
and
one, and that'll
gets us
retire.
through the inning there.
Here's Kendrys Morales.
Gave up 2
He'll lead
runs,
things
obviously.
off here in this 1-run contest.
And try and put this in the opposite field. Try and let it get a little deeper.
Now a
Okay.
swing and a chopper foul
So
right
that's
at
kind
home
of what
plate.
I want to do there. You see, I was early on that one, though. I want to let that pitch get a little
The
deeper and then
windup
take it
and
to
the
the left.
0-1. Not
see, I
surprisingly
just-
here, this is
I
on the
don't know. I'm
ground to
trying
the
to get
right
late on
side.
it, but I
And he'll
just keep
step
pulling
on
it.
first for the out, 3 unassisted.
The first baseman, number
Here's Michael Morse
Here's
now.
Morse
He
with
hit
the
a good
3-run
3-1
bomb last
bomb in his
time.
first
Changed
plate
up right
appearance.
over the middle.
First pitch coming, here it is. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball
Leave it
1.
on a sinker there.
3 runs, 3 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. Hard on the ground towards short. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw to first will get
Good
him.
fielding
Already
play
2
over there.
away here in the home 4th.
Blanco, I guess.
Now
Something getting me that point. Yeah, that's
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Pablo Sandoval. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Couldn't quite hold back that
change
time
up
as
over the middle. I
changeup
could
fooled
have
him for
wrecked
strike
that
1.
baseball, but check swung on it and
Now here it
accident
comes.
had me a little early.
Swing hard liner to left
Oh
center.
my
Leaps
God.
and makes a terrific
Are you
catch.
kidding me?
And with that, the side is retired. Another look as he goes way up to get that one at short. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in.
Leading off for
Comes into
Minnesota.
this at bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Tommy
Outside
up around that
target here, and he hits
96
it for
mile per hour
strike
range a
1.
lot with his
Now
fastball.
a curveball, but he might
Drew
have
a
flown open a
changeup
bit.
or
It's
curveball
1-1.
outside.
Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
He threw that
fastball in on him. Could not get him to swing over the top of that
You got to
one.
really just think about using your hands and just spread
splitter.
out and let your hands fly. They're going to be quicker than your bat is going to get to the ball.
Swing right over the top of him. Way early. Probably was hitting fastball again there.
So here's Joe Mauer. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now.
That was a pretty good pitch on a pitch he doesn't throw very often, or I should say hasn't used in this game, that's for sure. That was a good pitch.
Sit on him a little bit here. Throw him a slider inside. Was trying to get him to swing on top of it.
Inside.
Could not choke him on that.
Off a bit. 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
A change up away.
Curveball that time that broke too low.
Brought it in on him on accident, but
he
did swing over the top of it.
Number 2.
And Stuart Turner again. Do not have to worry about Turner here at all. Does not seem
like a
hitting threat to us, so let's just throw
slider and he
some
can't
nice
pull
pitches
the trigger. 2
over the
strikes.
middle. Let's not waste some time with him. Let's
Looking to
just get
put
some
him
strikes
away.
and
Here's
get
the
out of here.
0-2. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. And he struck him out. His 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Down.
8 strikeouts through 5 innings of work there.
Hitter, Steve Lombardo. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5.
Lombardo.
High fly ball out to straightaway
center. You see, we're having a lot of one-pitch flyouts. I'm not liking that.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Marwin Gonzalez.
Striding in, Marwin Gonzalez.
Marwin Gonzalez does have a
377
slugging percentages here, which still isn't bad, but
into the windup and the pitch.
Was last year for us.
And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
His pitch count is in a really good place at this point in the game. He's pounding the zone and getting first pitch outs just like he did on the last guy. We might see him work deep into this game if he keeps this up.
I need to be a little bit more patient. Obviously, only 32 pitches he's thrown so far.
Now a swing and a softly
hit
a
little ground ball. I need to be patient on those and realize I'm not going to do anything
2
with
very
those kind of
quick
pitches.
outs to start the home 5th.
Now batting, number 13.
Now at the plate, number 13. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Driven down the left field line.
Levinsky, nice hit there. Might get unlucky with that bounce, so we're going to try pushing for second. We might get thrown out. Oh, the throw was offline. Probably would have been safe anyways if it was online, but a little close for comfort.
I thought it might have been foul,
There's
but
Don.
it lands just inside the chalk, and he's able to leg it out for a double. Good looking swing.
On the ground up the middle, Polanco is up with it. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger avert. Striding in once again, Jorge Polanco. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging.
They called a strike on that one. I did not think he went actually.
Ready with the 1-1.
I will take the strike, thank you.
Way out toward left field.
Polanco does line out to left.
1 away.
The easy snag there for Nigel Belcher.
Here's Byron Buxton now.
Now we have to watch out.
In 1 for 2 with that
dangerous Byron Buxton.
And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's nothing to one.
Way down low here. Try to get the fan over it.
Catches the zone. That misses 1-2.
Yeah, that's the Buxton we all know.
He becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far. So this has been another fine outing for him this afternoon. As we check out the league leaders in ERA. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Eddie Rosario is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Looking for his 10th strikeout. Here's the pitch. And another foul ball. 3-2's our
Put it
score here
down
in
and
inning number
outside.
6. And he will
Got him.
strike him
Swing
out.
over it.
10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over.
10 Ks
Twins
after
are set
6
down
innings
1, 2,
pitched.
3. Still a 3-2 ball game. Here's Mookie Betts. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home 6th.
Be patient. Remember patience up here at the plate here now.
Here's the first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. The 1-0 delivery.
Patience.
Hit sharply on the ground to the
got a
left.
nice little
And
ground
it's
ball
through
over
for
the
a
infield.
base hit. They'll have the leadoff man aboard to start the inning. So a productive start to the inning for the Tribe as their leadoff hitter is aboard. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen.
We're putting Barrios in the bullpen?
Nigel Belcher
Okay, now
stands
with a
in for the
1-0
third
count
time
here,
now
we're
as he
gonna
takes a look at a
set up
ball.
a
It's
hit and
1-0.
run here.
Now a throw over to first.
And a
And
throw
he'll
over.
get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Okay, we're gonna actually cancel the hit and run here. Just gonna swing away with Belcher for this pitch.
Here it comes, 1-0. Look out,
Oh,
2-0
Belcher,
now.
take
Well,
that.
this
Get on
isn't how you
base,
want to
bud.
start the inning. A leadoff single, and then you almost hit the next hitter. Composure.
Hit and
Gotta
runs
try
back
to get
on
that
now.
ball over the
They're
plate,
gonna give
maybe
me
get a
something
ground
nice
ball.
to swing at.
The 2-0 pitch. Runner goes for second. Pitch is a cold strike. Oh,
I probably should have
late,
swung
and
at
he's
that.
in there
That was a
easily
nice
at
pitch
second.
there. Well, I guess it was a little high. I don't know. I probably would have popped that up. We did get the steal though on that. I should have probably swung underneath of it to
He's
protect
set,
touch a little
and
more.
the
But
2-1 pitch. Checks his swing, but this will be
change
strike
up
2
low.
call.
They're not giving
So
Belcher
far in
anything
this game,
really
he's the only
hittable.
guy in
They're
the
not
lineup
giving
that's
anything
gone
in the
down
middle
on
here.
strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a second time right here.
Looking for the K. Here's the pitch.
Oh, that was
And
off
a
a
hard
terrible
sinker there,
decision to
chopped
swing on
foul
that
at home
sinker
plate.
way down there. I don't know what I'm doing. Should be a full count now.
Hard hit ball to second. So this will be
Oh, and he
taken
hits
at
it
second
right
base.
to
Good
Dozier.
positioning for the first out.
Up next for Cleveland.
Now up comes
Designated
Kendrick
Digging in
with a
once
chance
again,
to
Kendrys Morales.
bring in a run.
He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Now a look and a throw back to second. Runner's back. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit sharply toward the right side. And that'll get down out there for extra bases.
And that gets down past the no.
Third and is digging for the plate.
Just like I thought would happen if he kept hitting it straight.
Scores from second. It's 4-2.
Just some more of the same from him. He's been clutch all year with runners in scoring position, and he does it again here with
An RBI double.
Tack
Did
on
turn on
another
that ball
RBI
very
to his
well there.
season total.
Michael Morse will stand in, and as he does, we'll flash you back to the
Oh,
first inning of the
they got me
ballgame.
on the slider.
A
Finally
three-run
chased on the
shot had
outside
him
on the
off
first
and
pitch.
running right out of the gate. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic.
Kendrick has
That's
31
now
doubles
31
this year.
for him
Very
on the season.
solid number there. Not in the 40s like a lot of elite level players, but
And a
30s.
whiff
Oh,
and
and
a
Morse
good slider
swinging
that
over
time.
2 sliders in a row.
He
You
threw
look
the
at my
slider darting
indicator
away
there.
to him 2
Way
times
over
in
the
a
top of
row.
it. Should have
Now,
been
I
down
don't think
here.
he'll
Up
go
here.
for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
I'm gonna
Hoping to
watch
send
for the
him
sinker
packing.
here.
Pitch on its
Yep.
way.
That was.
Inside as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2.
Hope he throws a changeup over the middle again.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Under
Ooh, I thought
Dozier,
we
and
had
there
a
are
chance
2
of getting
away
down
now.
a little bit, maybe. I thought Dozier might not get there.
Here's
Now
the
they're calling for the
Minnesota skipper
bullpen
making
here.
his way out to the mound. And a change will be forthcoming. That'll be it for Kyle Gibson. 5 2/3 innings of work on his final ledger as he was not particularly sharp from the get-go here.
Who's coming out here onto the...
Tyler Duffy. will
Tyler
come on out to
Duffy,
make his
12 and 8
30th
this year out
appearance
of the
year
10
so
this past
far.
How many games started is there?
Pablo Sandoval will be his first assignment upon entering as he'll bat with the runner in scoring position
Pablo.
here and 2 away.
The Panda.
And that's in there for strike one.
Nice cutter there from Duffy.
Good lead off his second there. Now the pitch.
Oh, he curveball left
Chop
up in
foul
the
over
air, and I
towards
was
the
just
coaching
way
bench.
early on it.
The 0-2 delivery. Line drive to center
Took it
field.
right back toward him, and
That
that's
gets
going to get down
and
for
the inning will
probably
continue.
a double there, as long as Sandoval can
And
leg
the
it
run
out.
from second is in to score.
Perfect.
It's 5-2, and he's safe.
Now batting.
Ready for another shot now. Steve Lombardo comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul.
I'm going to be waiting
right
for
at
that
home plate.
curveball a lot, because that's his #1 pitch, so it's easily recognizable with his
count
release.
and the pitch. Curveball that time, not even close. 2 out here and a runner at second.
Pablo gets an extra step.
Down the first baseline.
We're fighting
but it's
it
a
off.
foul
It's just
ball, says
need
the
to
first
let
base
that
umpire.
Well, now it's
a
a 1-2
little
count. He stole
deeper
the
there,
same
and I'm
pitch
swinging.
3 times in a row. He got ahead with it. Now let's see if he puts him away with it.
Pulls this one into the air, out into right field. Sano giving chase.
Oh, will he have troubles with it?
that
He
ends
will
the
not.
inning.
He makes the grab out in right field. It's
So it's 2
interesting, the
runs.
Twins playing him out there. Probably not the best fielder for the
Here's
outfield.
Miguel Sano. Comes
Does-
in
it
1
is
for
nice
2
for him
with
to
that
have him
home run he hit
lineup.
earlier.
Probably.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command. Nothing
Trying to
in
bring
2.
this
We are
curveball in on the
watching a
inside edge.
great pitcher just carving
Not
up
hitting
this
our spots
lineup right
very
now.
well,
Now
this
he's
year.
got this guy 0-2. When you get a 0-2 against a guy like this,
For this
well,
game, I mean,
the
not
results
this
are not going to be very positive.
A little bouncer.
Donnie, make the
And
throw.
the leadoff man in
Ooh,
the
and
inning
Sano
will get the
legs out
job
an
done
infield
here.
single.
It's an infield
Let's
single.
go that challenge flag.
And hold on a minute now. It looks like we may see that last call challenged here. The call on the field was safe, but it was definitely a bang-bang play and tough for us to tell at full speed.
Here's another look at it now. I couldn't really tell when I saw it at full speed.
Probably
and
safe, but
I'll tell you what, it's still
still
not clear
re-challenged
to
it.
me from that replay. We'll see if they decide to challenge it after they look at it from a few more angles.
They did call him safe there,
Here's
so
Brian Dozier
it's at
now.
least worth
Hard
it.
hit ball
Like
to
trying,
short.
because
Gonzalez is there to second.
oh,
for
we got the
1.
double play anyway.
And
Double
that's
play
the very
baseball,
last
boys.
thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Let's try and get RC to swing over the top of something here.
Is at the plate here as he quickly
Change
finds
up low
himself
and down.
a strike.
Ooh,
It's
we hit our
0-1.
spots well here, and let's
A
throw
good
one
knee-high
fastball
changeup
outside
taken
corner.
for a
Could not
strike.
get it.
Not a
Stick
bad
there.
pitch there with 2
Curveball
strikes,
low.
but
Let's
it
try and get him
misses
to swing
1 and
over
2.
it.
And
That
now a
was
pitch hit
not a
sharply on the
good
ground.
pitch. We are
Well, when you're
lucky
hitting with
that
2
did
strikes,
not
you're
get
just in
hammered.
battle mode.
Well,
Right
he
there,
did
gets a
hammer it
breaking ball,
115
he
miles
just
an hour,
fouled it
but
off. Got a
hammered
piece
it
of it,
foul,
stays
and
alive.
North makes another nice play
And
at
he'll
first.
step on the bag himself, and the
We'll
inning
walk it
is
into the
over.
dugout. Bottom of the 7th here
Stepping in
now.
and
Let's
ready
check
for
our
another
bullpen.
shot, Marwin
Let's get
Gonzalez.
Irby.
He'll start
No.
things out here in the bottom of inning number
Let's stretch
7.
and toss him, and we'll get Kayla up warm. We'll get one more hold on the year.
First pitch on its way. This one is.
Oh, Marwin just turns on that baseball
Out of here.
and kills
Solo
it.
shot, and they add another.
A huge bomb there.
Well, when you
401 feet
these
to
hitters are
straightaway
going to make you
right
pay.
field.
Something tells me I don't have to tell the guy on the mound that anymore. That hurts.
Hey guys, sorry about that, I'm back.
Now batting.
My bad there, I had to
In
go
now,
for a minute.
number 13.
That pushes our lead to 4, so
And he'll promptly send it in the air out
I
to
don't know
center
what we
field.
should do for our bullpen.
Buxton is right there, one down.
The batter, center fielder, Sean Dunn.
So let's go look at our bullpen again. Let's sit. No, actually, let's sit down, Kayla. He's already warming up, but what the thing was there. We could either put in Baden-Hop, Roberts, and then Cody's always fun to pitch with. He throws the slider, sweeping curve. Let's warm him up, and it's just we'll keep Irby stretching and tossing, because just in case we give
Ready
up
to
the run,
deliver. Here's the first
shut
pitch.
it down in the
On the ground, softly towards second. Dozier
on
comes
Don.
up
Can you
with
get
it,
it out?
and
No, he
he'll whip
cannot.
this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Now batting, right fielder.
Ready once again, Mookie Betts. He's 2 for 3 thus far. Into the windup and the pitch. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field.
Mookie Betts, did he send a yard?
Racing back, just missed a home run to the deepest part of the yard. It's off the wall.
Betts is
And
in
he
to
is in
stand
the
up
third
triple.
base with a triple. His 3rd hit this afternoon.
That was a huge hit.
Now batting,
Now some action out in the Minnesota pen, as it looks like both the lefty and the
Here's
right-hander
Belcher,
are
an
up to throw.
RBI opportunity here once again.
Right side.
Can he get out? Oh, beat out.
A flip to the
Oh,
pitcher covering as
my
that will
gosh,
retire the
Duffy
side.
beat Belcher to the bag.
But
What
the
are you doing,
Indians add to
Belcher?
their lead thanks to this
Huge
solo
turn on
home
there
run.
by Marwin, though.
We're through 7 this afternoon. It's the Indians 6 and the Twins 2. Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in. We're in the 8th now,
Leading off
and
for the
nothing's
Twins.
changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with
Let's
how
put
the
in Dan
starter's
Cody.
going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any
His
effect.
50th
Getting
game
that
here
early lead
this year,
from his offense could have
3.32
really
ERA,
helped settle
and
him
let's
in.
just go
Dan Cody
in the
is on
bottom
his
here.
way into the ballgame now, as he'll be making his 50th appearance of the year. And that's cut on and missed 0-1.
Here's his sweeping
Into the
curve.
windup, here
I do
comes
like
the
his
0-1.
delivery.
Takes a good curveball at the knees. Looking to
Fastball
put
in
him
here.
away. Here's the 0-2. And this is fouled back and out of play.
Throw a change up low
Now
and hope
another
he can swing
0-2.
over the top of it.
Swung on in the dirt.
He does,
Strike
and we get the
3.
block and
Number
the throw out to
13
first, and we
corrals it,
got
and
him.
he
Nice
makes
play.
the throw to first. Plouffe is retired, and there's one away.
first baseman number 7, Joe
First
Mauer.
pitch of the at
Trying
bat
to
on its
jam
way.
Mauer here. Oh, and he left that right out over the middle for his arms
That
to
gets
extend
down,
on.
and he's got himself a base hit.
That's a strong hitter right there. Slider in on his hands, and he still is able to muscle
Now
it
batting,
out
Captain.
far
Wasn't
enough
in on
for a
his
base
hands, that
hit.
was cold on his hands.
Turner.
Standing in now,
Stuart Turner, not
Turner.
Turner right here.
And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right.
Drop a
The
change up
0-1
down here.
delivery. Next pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind 0-2 now. The 0-2 delivery. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. With that, we'll give you a look at our starter
The
comparison
batter,
for the
number
2 starting pitchers in the game. And the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ball game. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
Blanco a little bit here.
Liner towards second, but this won't get over the
And
second baseman's
Lombardozzi
glove
makes a
as he's
nice
got it to end the
ranging
inning.
play there to
One
come up
left
with
for
that
Minnesota.
ball.
They still
And 0 going on
movement now
to
in the
the
Minnesota
bottom of
bullpen
the
as the
8th here.
right-handers
And
out
it's
throwing.
going to warm up Irby. Give him one last inning. Work in here this season. I should give it the bit.
Into the windup and the pitch. Kendrys Morales.
No balls, 1 strike.
Alice is in to start things out as he swings and misses at that one at strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes
He
care
got
of him for
Morales
the
to
first
swing
out.
and miss.
That's a pretty sad attempt at hitting a baseball right there.
First baseman,
No
number
doubt he was
38,
completely fooled because that was a curveball, and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Sano going back on it, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. But he won't get there as it lands
that ball
just
stayed
shy
up
of
there
the
a
wall.
long time.
And he's in there easily at second
ball.
with a one-out double.
Now batting, the third baseman, number
Okay,
48.
Morse
Digging
having
in
this
to
nice
try it
day here
again,
to end the
Pablo
season.
Sandoval. It was an RBI double for him in his last turn to the plate. Hit out towards second. Throw on to first is in time to get Sandoval, and there are two gone now. Now to the plate, Steve Lombardo. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's a called strike at the letters. Though that looked high from here, it's 0-2 now.
Interesting call there, but that's okay. Lombardozzi trying to get another RBI before the end of the season here. Make his numbers
Check
look
swing,
a little
but he
better.
held up in
Right
time.
off that
Ball
curveball.
one.
Boy, a check swing on a pitch way out of the zone. Just held up, but boy, as a pitcher, you're hoping that he swings at that one.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Here it is. Here's the big time
He's
pitch.
set. Here's the 2-2.
And we fouled that off.
Fouled
That would have been
straight back.
3-2. Damn it.
2 outs here with a runner at third. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Here's the payoff pitch. Line towards center field. Buxton is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of work. Ready for another chance? Byron Buxton. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9. Off we go in the ninth as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Johnny Kirby takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
2.49 ERA, 2-3 record, 65 innings pitched, 89 strikeouts. Great averages, obviously. He's been better against lefties, I guess. That's impressive to me. We'll start him off with this.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Throw into
That's
second.
aired it and right.
And he'll get in there safely.
Led the Buxton getting a double.
The batter, the designated hitter.
So coming to the plate, Eddie Rosario. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
Grounded to short. And he's set down, 1 away. Here's Miguel Sano. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. Shatters the bat as this is hit on the ground. Fair-handed on the move. Touché, sir.
Played by Lombardozzi there, avoiding the shrapnel and making that play. Also one more slider.
It not only takes tremendous body control and focus, but the fielder also needs to have a quick and accurate release to make an out. A highlight reel play there for sure. Not sure if that was a purpose pitch or not, but I liked it. As a pitcher, sometimes you've got to be willing to back the guy off the plate by running something hard inside. You can't just let guys be comfortable standing in the batter's box.
Pretty generous, and now we're going to try and throw it a strike low, and we got him, and that's the game and the season, folks. Finished the season 106 and 56, I do believe. A great year for your Cleveland Indians. We are moving into the playoffs. Oh, and they jabbed on them. Oh, I'm not sure how I'm feeling about that. Okay. Morse was the player of the game with a 3-run bomb and a double. Marwin Gonzalez had a nice game as well. Morales drove in 1 and scored 1.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon.
There we go. Kyle Gibson, 7-15. Ohtani moves on to 24-6 after a 7-inning, 3-hit performance with 10 Ks. That's a great game all around for Cleveland Indians. So that will be that. Yeah, we did very well that game. 10 hits. So, had some cleats. So let's. Ohtani finished with a flat 2 ERA. I should have remembered. I should have kept him in to get it at 1.99. Shoot. It's okay. A 2 ERA flat is good. Finished and won their division. You'll be taking on the winner of the wild card playoff game. So let's see here. 107 and 55, not 106 and 56. Ohtani strikeouts, Ohtani ERA, Ohtani winning percentage, Ohtani wins, Ohtani shutouts, Ohtani complete games,
the Indians starting pitcher, number
so
16, was victorious
Trout
again
did win
and
the
now
batting
has
title,
24 wins this
hitting
year, helping the
333.
Indians to the win over the Twins.
Belcher,
6-2.
unfortunately,
He is
did
among
finish
the AL
9th
leaders
instead of
in wins. Right now, the
well
Indians
up there,
have clinched
which
the
is
AL Central Division and a postseason berth. They
game.
will be playing in October. And the
Altuve
Twins
led the
are
league
at the
in
bottom
hits
of the division. They're
and
over
at bats,
20
actually.
games out of first. the Tigers sent 3 balls into the seats as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 5-3. At the moment, the Royals sit in 4th place in the American League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of
Altuve
first,
once again
while the
led with
Tigers
50.
have now clinched
Triples
one of 2
Iglesias,
AL
Trout,
wildcard spots
Buxton.
with the win. The New York
Betts was
Mets
there at
knocked
9,
out 10
actually.
hits
That's
as a
impressive.
team as they took down the Chi
Home
Sox in
runs,
front of a home
Trout
crowd,
led,
6-3.
and he missed
Looking at the standings,
about 2
the
months
Mets
of the
sit
year,
atop the
I
NL
think.
East,
No,
an
he didn't miss
impressive
any time,
10
actually.
games ahead of second. And the White
No, wait,
Sox
he missed,
sit in
I think he
3rd
missed the
place
first
in the
week
American
of the
League
season or
Central.
something.
They're over
Finished
20 games out of
33.
first.
He was in 400 for
Greg
most
Bird
of the
really
season.
cashed in at the dish with
He's
3 hits and
insane. He's
6
an
RBIs,
incredible
helping
player.
the
Belcher
Pinstripes
did
pass the
finish
Blue
top
Jays
7
8-5. His modest hitting
in
streak was
homers.
also extended to 5 straight games. As of today, the Blue Jays sit in
Nolan
2nd place in the
Moncada.
American League East Division,
Yeah,
1
22
game out of
bombs.
first.
Wow.
And the Yankees are
That is
3rd in the
quite
division,
impressive.
10 games out of first.
Juan
The
Fresno.
Rays had 12 hits as a team as they beat the O's in Baltimore 4-1.
RBIs. Trout
Heading
led
into
with
today, the Orioles sit in last place in the American League East Division.
Incredible.
They're
Runs.
over 20 games out of first,
Trout and
while the
Calhoun were up
Rays
there.
are 4th in the division.
Stolen
They're 15
base.
games back.
61 for
The Los
Altuve.
Angeles Angels of Anaheim allowed 5
Altuve,
hits in the
he
game
must-
as they got the home victory
he's
against the
insane.
Astros 2-0.
Base on balls.
At the moment, the
Wow, that's
Angels
incredible.
are in
That's
first
right here.
place in the
Alan
AL West,
Hawthorne.
an
This
impressive 10 games ahead
kid,
of
he's
second.
developing
And
for
the
the A's pretty
Astros are
decently.
second
Hit
in the
243
division,
this year with
10
15
games out of
bombs,
first.
13 stolen
Rick
bases.
Porcello got the win on the
He's a
mound, his
player.
14th this season, helping lead the
Wow.
way for the Red Sox over the
On-base
A's
percentage.
2-1. Right now, the A's sit in last place in the American League West
That's
Division. They're over
367
20
slugging,
games out of first, while the Red
687 on-base
Sox
plus
sit in
slugging,
first place in the American
1100.
League Eastern
Oh
Division,
my gosh,
1
and then
game
this is
ahead
where
of
we get
second.
for Ohtani.
The Rangers
Losses,
finished off a
fewest
3-game
losses,
sweep as they took down the visiting
two pitchers
Mariners
tied here.
5-1. Looking at the standings,
Saves.
the Rangers sit in 3rd
Wade
place in the
Davis
American League West
led the
Division,
league.
16
Kirby
games out of
right
first.
on his
And the
tail.
Mariners are 4th in the division. They're over 20 games out of
led the league
first.
in ERA. Estrada had
The
a great
Braves
year, though.
combined for 10
Home runs
hits as a
allowed. Brett
team as they
Anderson
defeated the
technically
visiting Fightin'
led the
Phils
league,
5-1.
but
In other Braves news,
this was
Danny
his stuff on the
Salazar
year.
reached the
He
250
12 and 8,
strikeouts mark yesterday
162 innings.
as
He
his
did have enough
impressive
innings
season
to,
on the mound continues.
qualify for
Heading
league
into
leaders
today,
and stuff,
the
so that's
Braves
nice.
are in last place in the
He would
NL
not
East.
have led
They're
if he
over
kept,
20
like,
games out of
playing,
first.
obviously.
And the
Shutouts,
Phillies are
11
second
shutout-
in the
Estrada
division,
had-
10 games out of first.
Yeah,
The
we
Marlins
just- we
combined to give up
dominated
just
the
5
strikeouts
hits
this year.
as they took down the
Complete
Nationals in
games,
Washington
incredible
2-1. At the moment,
innings
the Nationals
pitched,
are in 3rd place in the NL
239.
East, 14 games back.
Actually, a
And
lot
the
closer than I
Marlins
thought it
are
would be
4th in the
with
division.
Estrada here
They're
for
over
Ohtani.
20
Whip.
games out of first.
3
Jose
guys under
Peraza
1 this
was
year.
hot
That's
at the plate,
incredible.
collecting 3
Pitching
hits in the
WAR,
game, helping lead
that's
Cincinnati to a win over the Brewers
9.5.
3-1.
Batting
As
WAR
of today,
10.8.
the Brewers sit in 4th
And
place
that's
in the
that.
National League Central Division.
Auto did
They're
lead.
over 20 games out of first,
So,
while
that's
the
interesting.
Reds are 3rd in the division. They're
Cy
over
Young
20
Award.
games out of first.
Ohtani.
The Pittsburgh
Ohtani
Pirates
got
total
MVP.
11 hits as they
He won
beat the
the
Cardinals
division.
on the road 3-0. Right now,
Tigers
the
did
Cardinals
clinch a wild
sit in
card
2nd
spot.
place in the National League Central. They're over 20 games out of first,
Let's go
while
to
the
the
Pirates
screen here.
are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20
MVP.
games out
Ohtani
of first.
back-to-back MVP.
Zach Greinke collected win number
Obviously, a
17
great
overall this
season once
season
again
as
for
the
him. 24
Diamondbacks
and
got the
6 with a
victory
2
against the
ERA.
Dodgers
It's hard
3-2. He is
debate
currently in the
anything
top
on.
5 in the NL in wins.
Cy
Also
Young
from the boys in
back-to-back
blue,
again.
Scott Kazmir punched out his
Batting title
200th
did go
batter
to
of the
Trout
season
this
in
year.
yesterday's
Not
action.
Belcher,
In other news
but
from
that's okay.
Arizona, Zach Greinke
Belcher
punched
did
out
add
his
a lot of pop
200th
to his
batter
game,
of
so.
the season in yesterday's action. Looking at the standings,
All right,
the
Jake
Dodgers
McGee.
are in first place in the NL West.
Really?
They are more than 10 games ahead of second,
He
while the
1.42 with
Diamondbacks are
52
3rd in
saves.
the
Let's
division,
check
20
that.
games out of first.
Out with
The Padres
Johnny
hit
Irby,
3 long balls as they
1.42.
bested the visiting
Yeah, I
Rockies
guess.
9-0. Heading into today, the
I
Padres
don't like
sit in
it, but it's
last
probably
place in the National League
true.
West Division. They're over 20 games out of first. And the
Rookie of the year.
Rockies
Alan
are 4th
Hawthorne
in the
did
division.
win the
They're
Rookie of
over
the Year.
20 games
Probably
out of
well
first.
deserved.
The San Francisco Giants
61
earned the
RBIs.
3-game
That's a
series
good
sweep
season for
as they
him.
nabbed the win against the visiting
Trout
Cubs
won
5-3.
Hank Aaron
At the
Award.
moment, the Giants sit in 2nd place in the National League West Division, yet they currently lead the race for the National League
catcher,
wildcard,
first base,
while the
second base,
Cubs
third base,
are
short.
atop the NL
Left
Central.
fielder
They are
was
more
Nolan
than
Moncada.
10 games ahead of second place.
Okay.
Thanks for listening in to this pennant
Silver
chase
Slugger
edition of
DH
Inside the
was
Show.
Kendrys Morales.
Enjoy the ball games today and tune in
Dozier
again
got
tomorrow for a full
for second
rundown
base,
of the day's
and
action.
we did not get any Silver Sluggers besides that. It's kind of interesting. What was Calhoun's numbers this year? On the 113 RBIs, yeah, these guys will have pretty great years. Can't debate that. Let's check the National League MVP. It's been 3 straight Cubs. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, Syndergaard. That's what? Votto batting title. Oliver Cobb was Rookie of the Year for the Rockies. This kid's pretty good. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Belcher, but without the contact. And Garen Award, Gold Glove pitcher, catcher. What? No way. First base, second baseman, Prozzy. Yep, that's accurate. Rendon's won 3 straight Gold Gloves over there. Freddie Freeman's actually won 3 straight. Wilson Ramos won 2 straight. Shortstop, there's Brandon Crawford, obviously understandable. Para. Malik Smith actually had a great year. Did not have a single error. That's nice. Markakis. So no consecutives in the outfield. Silver Slugger for pitcher. Wow, Greinke at 236 with... Holy cow, Greinke's stuff is so good for hitting. What the heck? It should not be that good. 236 with 3 homers, 7 RBIs. Okay. Catcher, first base, second base, third base. So Kipnis has 3 straight Silver Sluggers. Obviously moved him there at the start of this league. Well, he's been doing nice things for them. Third base, Chris Bryant for the 3rd straight year. Addison Russell comes away with his first Silver Slugger award. Dexter Fowler. Giancarlo wins it for the 2nd straight year, as he probably should. And McCutchen gets his 2nd in the last 3 years. That's nice. Postseason MVP, and so we're back to where we were. Top prospects, let's check it out. Art Mullen, you see there. He's number 2 in the whole MLB, behind Blake Snell, who I honestly would take Mullen over anyway, but that's just me, because Mullen's 3 years younger, but that's okay. Brian Saul, this kid is insane. He will be a motherfucking beast. Kyle Devers there. Phillies do have a bright future ahead of them with Avalos, Dobbins. Dobbins will be a really good player too. He's already like MLB level, I would say. And Alfaro is a great catcher. So let's check here. Let's keep moving on. Clark Armstrong for the A's. Surprisingly, Armstrong has a weak arm. Sorry, that was dumb. Kyler J. He's pretty good. Benintendi. He is good as well. Brian Salinas. Saul Vincent Fuentes. Another great piece for the A's for the Phillies moving forward. Obviously, not sure what they'll do with Kipnis to get this guy time, but probably play him at short or something. The Rangers actually have a pretty bright future ahead of them too. They got some nice young guys. This guy's 6'7" starting pitcher. He's gonna be crazy when he gets up. Frank Olivo, there's our second top 50, and Yeager back to back with him. So somehow Castro is not on this list. I'm not quite understanding why, but that's okay. That's not our problem. Let's check our lineups. One last time, 297. Nigel Belcher is probably my offensive player that I like the most. Obviously, my pitcher is my favorite player. Ohtani, let's move him back to the number 1 where he belongs. Rafael Montero got called up for the Mets. And
Welcome to the show, everyone.
So
Thanks for making us a part of your morning. Let's jump
cleared.
into the latest news from around the Major League Baseball postseason. The Arizona Diamondbacks
Mullen
got
might
18
get called
hits as they dismantled the Giants,
Actually,
as they will now continue their
postseason
postseason run and move on to play in the National League Division Series.
22
and that's what's going on around baseball here in October. Join us again tomorrow for updates from around the postseason.
Probably because of his health. Yep. He's not happy. Veland's not happy. Flores. So none of these guys are very important that are actually like mad. Why is Holt mad? Let's go check it out. Bench. Oh yeah, he's pissed. I'll just make sure he doesn't have to play here next year then if he's not so happy. Is there a way to check the playoffs right now? Tigers did slide in. Barely ahead of the Astros. The Astros still almost made it without Kipnis. Or without Altuve. That's crazy. And somehow the Royals did not do anything with how great Kipnis played this year. Not Kipnis. Why do I keep saying Kipnis? We play Toronto. So let's simulate to here. Connie got his win. Liriano has a 34 ERA right now.
Welcome to the show, baseball fans.
Jake Diekman blows us a game, and we got eliminated. Drew Storen, Derek Holland, Drew Hutchinson.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Inside the Show, your source for all postseason news. Here's a recap of yesterday's playoff baseball. The Toronto Blue Jays bested the visiting Indians 6-2. In Game 4 of the American League Division Series, Mike Trout was a force at the plate, driving in 3 runs, leading the Angels to the victory over the Red Sox 7-1. They've now tied the series at 2 heading into Game 5. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today's postseason recap. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games.
Poorly. Holt did not get a hit. Carrara did not get a hit. Mariano, terrible. Ferris was great, and we didn't get a win in his start. Chassin was good in his start, and Webster did not get a start. Kilpatrick did well. Even Edwin Jackson pitched in 3.2 innings and played well. Irby played in 4 innings. How many blown saves did this man have? Did he have any blown saves? I don't really know. Cody pitched well. Diekman sucks. Okay. Well, that's that. Let's see who wins the World Series. Red Sox beat the Dodgers. So who did the Red Sox end up having at the end of the year? Fade Davis.
Welcome to the show, baseball fans. Here's what's going on in the baseball world on this October morning. The Red Sox got the best of the Dodgers at home.
This is who we ended up giving up to get bats. He had 7 homers in 99 games for them. That's pretty ridiculous. He's going to be a good player. Got a nice contract. Jackie Bradley didn't even have a left fielder up, so I don't really... Travis Shaw, Matt Dominguez, Yohan Moncada. See, they have a lot of nice players, but I'm not quite sure how they won a World Series. Sip is pretty good. I'm not sure. I don't see how they won a World Series. Tommy Lane. What the heck? Your starters are pretty good. Rodriguez is good. Porcello is good. Buchholz is okay. David Price is great. So that's that. That sucks. Hunter retired. Stevens retired. Uh-oh. Kendris has retired. After a great season, hitting .294, decides to hang up the cleats. Morse also hangs up the cleats. Padilla does not plan to continue his career. Mullis. Ryan Price. Fuentes. We did not see anything out of him. Feliciano did not see much out of him. Badenhop did not get to pitch a single inning in the major leagues this past season. Does decide to retire due to age. The Red Sox do lose a little bit. What was this guy's injury? Torn ACL caused him to retire. Interesting. Vinny Rotino. The last two catchers, Juan Herrera. He dislocated his ankle and he's retiring. Gardner, Encarnacion, Hop. Mauer is hanging it up as well as Irvin Santana. BJ Boyd. Quite a bit of athletics actually this year. Decided to hang up their cleats. Cruz, Beltre. Nakamura. I don't know who this guy is. He's not that good. Yadier Molina is saying goodbye to the game. Cardinals are losing actually 4 big-time players. Wow. Alfaro's going to be good. Would have been good for them anyway. He's very, very solid. Turner. Dave Dove. Do not know who that is. Dodgers lose 3 players that are important to them. Padres lose 2 important players. And the Giants lose 2 of their 3 outfielders. Let's go through here. Anything important? Matt Capps. Mike Davis. And that's about it, probably. Let's check one last comment who we lost. We lost quite a bit of talent here. We lost our 4 and 5 hitter. A reliever that didn't play for us. We lost. How many guys retired for us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. We had 8 retirees. Jeez. Wow, that hurts a little bit. And only inductee is Adrian Beltre. Had 11,000 at-bats, 285, 453 for homers. Let's hire some coaches. A pitching coach. It's hard to see the pitching coach leave like that. Glenn Chamberlain. Let's go and get someone we think will be beneficial for our team. Kurt Bryan. I do like this guy. Let's give him a very reasonable contract. Let's go get a third base coach now. In a way, Lewis Kershaw. What name do we want to see over there? Kevin Cash. I do like that name. He's a young guy. Give him that much money. Oh no, let's withdraw that and make a new offer. There we go. He would like that. Okay, let's manage our other contracts. Okay, they need us to break the bank right now. Pull the money down a bit. Star, definitely Player option. Definitely make that offer. Webster, do want to offer him arbitration first of 4.8. Play him right there. Rotation. Julius Chassin. No, we'll not offer him a tender a qualifying offer here. Let's pull this down to about there, flat. To offer him that 1 year, $3 million. If he comes back on that, that's nice. Okay. Club option, 3 years, $3 million. Bullpen. He's a bullpen kind of player. Alcantara. Make him an offer. He's not worth $4 million. Let's be real. Let's pull him down to about 2. He's a platoon kind of guy. Starting pitcher Brian Rodriguez. Not quite sure exactly how we have this guy. I don't need him. Let's just let's lay off of him. Luis Avilan. We'll let him walk. Carvajal. Eric Gonzalez. That's how much we will offer this man. Diaby Grolin, we definitely want to bring his services back. We'll have a club option on this though. Depth, yep, depth is what he is. That's what his expectation is. That's where he will be. Ronald Castro. Let's give this man as much money as he wants. Actually, let's make him prove it for 2 years. I'll have no option on this. This will be depth. That's what he is right now. He's a depth player right now. Mauricio Cabrera. Pull this down quite a bit. Ronnie Rodriguez. We exercised our option. Flores, we do not see as a multi-year kind of guy. At about 510K is what we can offer. Simon Mercedes. Let's give him that. Edwin Jackson. Let's not tender him a qualifying offer. Let's exercise that there. Marquez. This is one of our drafted guys. We do want to bring him back for another year. Ben Boom, we want to bring him. No, let's withdraw that offer and let's give him in here an offer like that. Floyd Parr, how good is he? We'll just bring him back for cheap. Kevin Reyes, yeah, he's important to us. Estevez. Sorry, let's just 470K. Cantwell. How good did Cantwell do in minor leagues? Let's make him a tiny offer so he just stays. Swartz, let's just give him that. Kuros, Banda. We do not see anything with Banda going forward. Jerez, no interest. Eloy Jimenez, just give him an offer like so. Will Roberts, minor league all-star. Jack Walker, this was a draftee of ours, so let's give him a contract. Garrett Dove, definitely give him a contract. To Cott, no, let's withdraw that. Actually, we're not going to offer to Cott anything. Ross Seaton, let's give him that. Frank Olivo needs to get paid. Garrett Dove, Marquez, Cheetah, Holiday. Really? Cash went into the Tigers? Okay, let's go get a third base coach then. Ooh, Chalkstein didn't re-sign with the 1 year $3 million. And Kramer has gone to the give Leland a tiny. There's no way he'll sign this kind of contract. That's where we value him. So let's see here. Hire coaches. We need a third base coach. We need to get one. Dave Ibanez. Eric Hackett. No one has anything out for him. Diego Perkins is pretty good. Leonardo Kino. Let's go get Alex Morey. Let's offer a hack at that same thing. Okay, thank you. Okay, so there's quite a bit of big names out here. Donaldson. We could draw him away. Dallas Keuchel. A huge addition. Matt Harvey. Already at the age of 30. Not really what we're looking for. Luke Gregerson. Strohs would lose him. We don't need him. Jan Gomes does have a qualified offer and a pretty fair offer from the Phillies, so I would be surprised if he left. Gerardo Parra. He's such a good fielder. Jeez. He has a qualifying offer made, though. That's the thing. None of these guys. Like, even the fact that Moss has a qualified offer. I really need to go look for a first baseman, though, who can hit the ball. Let's just go look at first baseman right now. Mitch Moreland. Moss. Pierce. Bill Piedra from Mexico. Do we make an offer for him? So let's withdraw that and give him a real offer. Okay, so we're gonna possibly get him. Piedra. Do we go get? Oh, this is a different Adrian Gonzalez. This guy's pretty okay, but Loney we could go get. He's gonna hit the ball well. Aderlin Rodriguez. This was our own guy. I don't really feel like we should bring him back. Steve Carmona. Do we go out and get Brandon Moss? He had 13 bombs last year in 63 games. I think we should go get Brandon Moss. It's always Pedro Alvarez who hits the ball hard. The other thing is we do need a guy against lefties then too. We could go get Steven Pierce. We're giving up 2 picks. It's the only issue, and this guy is not that good at fielding. Piedra, he sucks at fielding. Piedra's really not that good, but he could be our guy against righties, to be honest. Hold on, we always have Cora. Cora's good. But is he that good? Career average, 176 homers. Let's just look around a little bit. Dozier. Say he can play shortstop, but I don't believe that. .265 last year somehow. I don't really understand. Descalso. We're also looking for a second baseman or a shortstop. Jose Iglesias. If we could get him, that'd be huge. I don't think we can afford that though. Gene Segura. Don't see any of these other guys as much of an upgrade over what we've already got. Cozart is terrible. Let's just remember that. Jordy Mercer. Not interested in. Third baseman. Is there any good third baseman? Machado. Does not have an offer though. Can go get Machado. Juan Francisco. Oh, not getting him. Julio. We are in some trouble in the infield here. Kobe Rasmus. Michael Saunders. Any of these guys back up first baseman is the thing. Nolan Reimold, I felt like he could have. Brantley. Brantley's really good though. Jeez, Brantley. Last 2 years for Cincy, he's been pretty good. Desmond. I thought Desmond could play first. This Michael Holland guy's pretty good, but he's not signed. He's not signable. Let's go get a bad guy to add to our minor leagues. Johnny. Should we get Gleason or Arroyo? Let's get Arroyo, I think. Let's actually, no, let's get Gleason. He sucks. Oh, it comes down to Trumbo. Trumbo would. Okay. He's not qualified either. We sign him. Play him at first base. Keep looking for anyone who can play first in here. Okay, actually at that rate it's not worth it. Andrew McCutcheon. This guy is insane. Cespedes. They're really lowballing him here. If they're giving him 13 and they're offering him 27 a year, I think that comes out to about. Doesn't it? I swear he could play first. Michael Holland, Drew Stubbs. Stubbs used to be a red. Never really became anything though. I think Trumbo is going to get a big time contract here. Let's give him a 1 year prove it deal. Actually no, let's make it 2 years with a club option worth that much money. Trumbo did have a few huge years hitting the long ball. Because that's really what we're missing right now. And Moss. Did we go get Moss too? Then we're losing our. Okay, let's think this through here. guy. He's an everyday kind of guy, okay? I'm gonna offer this. How good is he? He doesn't hit for contact very well. But he's gonna hit a lot of long balls. Does this even make sense to go get Moss? I don't think it does. Let's go check out our roster. Cora is our first baseman. He's pretty good. I think we say no here. And go find a reliever. Travis Wood. Josh Fields is a good reliever. Do we want him though? We have a lot of relievers coming up. Kinsler. Brian Dunsing. I'm interested in Dunsing a little. So we got, oh yeah, that's right, we haven't Noah yet. Noah's good. Diekman. We have to have at least 6 relievers in there. I think we're doing okay right now. What other offers do we have out there? Piedra. Avilan, if he resigns, that'll be good. Gleason will sign. Trumbull will probably sign. Piedra. Go into our minor league system. Craig Kimbrell leaves the World Series winning team, and he's getting $8.6 million for 7 years. Oh my gosh. Dodgers got Danny Duffy. Kimbrell to the Giants. So let's look at some of the other offers. Looking at my team, the weakest part of my team is definitely the middle infield. So is it worth making a rush at Jose Iglesias? I don't think so. He doesn't hit the ball hard enough. He does hit with good contact. He's got some good quirks. 276 though. He's not worth going on and paying that much money for. Manny Machado did go somewhere. I do not know where he ended up, but there's David Freese. Could always pull him into our lineup somewhere. Matthew Tanaka. Where's this Tanaka from? Oh, he's from Japan. Also, he can play up the middle. Bardozzi, you know. If Moss goes unsigned through this, we'll Mark Trumbo. Mesoraco signs with the Phillies. Is kind of interesting. So let's go check out the Phillies roster. Where they at right here? See, this kind of, I don't understand this that much though. Like, yes, Mesoraco's a fine catcher. He's a pretty nice catcher, but now you're just gonna stunt Alfaro unless you plan on playing him at first base, which might be what they're trying to do here. I don't really know. Alfaro is a great player. He is really good, jeez. Okay. Wait, who just got? Dodgers got Josh Fields. Okay. Dodgers making some winning moves. Dallas Keuchel's getting offers from Boston. Travis Wood. How good is Wood? Definitely not interested in Blaine Boyer. No, I'm not interested there either. Matt Cain became a free agent. I'm not quite sure what I'm seeing out here right now. Is there any arms we'd like to add from here? Not to be a closer, obviously, but to be a reliever. See, now they might go and sign Yan Gomes right now. They leave the thing on Yan Gomes. So if they go and get Yan Gomes too, they're really in trouble. Well, no, they'll probably play Yan Gomes at first. I don't know what they're doing, really. Evan Gaddis would be a good fit in Cincy. On the shot, I don't know who that is. Peter Mathis. This is definitely interesting. Let's get Quintana for our minor league system. I'd say that's all I want to do. Okay, and oh my gosh, Giants got McCutchen. Oh, jeez. That's a big signing. The Nationals Pride Dozier from the Twins. And the Nationals also got Zach Britton. Big time signings. Coker has signed it with us. Darvish joins the Red Sox. Wow, big signing there. LeMahieu signs with the Angels. Cobb goes to the Red Sox. Angels get Yan Gomes in the end, okay. Blue Jays got Dallas Keuchel. It's a little terrifying. Okay, I've got to set my... Cobb was red. Tollison went to the Astros. Angels got a lot of good players in this. Blue Jays also got Gaddis. Orioles got Drew Smith. Let's go set our 40-man. That's right, we do have him yet. Fairhurst needs to be on the 40-man. Okay, Allred needs to be on 40-man roster. Carros does not. Walker, yeah, we'll add Walker. 40-man is full. Okay. Well, interesting. And Noah is on 40-man. Kayla. Okay, anyone who's in the majors is for sure. Pryor is not. Kilpatrick is. Goodrich is not. Okay, this is fine. Edwin Jackson. Let's take away his 40-man. Cheetah will not get picked. There's no way. None of those guys will get picked. Coburn needs to be for sure. Cabrera. Let's keep him like that. Grillen. Boom. Okay, those three are the only guys that matter. He needs to be added. Actually, let's remove him from the 40-man then. He doesn't matter as much as Piedra does. Aguilar, he is important, but not necessary. Samuel Yeager. Let's add him to the 40-man as full, I figured. Okay, I need to go clear up some 40-man roster spots. Diane Viciato. Let's remove him. If we take him off, he'll get picked. There's no fucking doubt about it. Let's go trade him. Let's move Brock Holt. Not Doms. Doms is too good. Prospects. Let's find someone who's willing to move some prospects. Hopefully some middle infielders is something we could find in this. Alberto Mejia from the Twins. Kurt Dahl. No. Should we go and get this deal? Anything else to any of these guys? MLB ready. Let's see if there's any MLB ready players that we're more interested in. Marco Estrada, we could get it. We could bring in Estrada. Here. AJ Griffin. Tony Kemp. Avery Romero is an interesting name. Rusney Castillo. Charlie Blackman. Let's add. Dustin Ackley, Aaron Hicks, Lombard, Tim Anderson at short. He'd be interesting to bring in here. Sir William Starling, Kyle Zimmer, Cahill. Nishak. I wanted to get Nishak. Adini, Hecheverria, Avery Romero, they kind of help in the middle. Eddie Rosario. Mark Appel. He's not that much younger anyway. Koshiver. Now this is a deal I might be willing to do. Bolstering that pen up a ton. Hector Rondon, Luke Hoshaver. Got Hoshaver. The quality reliever. We got Rondon, who's a quality reliever. He expects to be the closer, but that's not what you're going to be here, bud. Okay, this didn't really help any of the things that we're trying to help with, but so now those two are just going to be on our 40 man, I would assume. Jake Diekman, let's go move him for like just really trash prospects. I thought we'd make this move. Diekman, yeah, he looks like he's going to be better, but he's not. He sucks. .4 ERA, 21 innings. Oh, that's such a good offer. What? That Dave Washington kid is insane. So it's either this one, they give us a lot more, or this one. Norman Londa, he's okay. This is the guy we want though. Dave Washington, he's a top 50 guy. We're moving one of our guys for him. From Wisconsin, we're bringing him to Cleveland. Okay, so here we are. Let's make sure. Okay, Yeager, if Yeager gets picked, it's not a big deal. Washington is good. Marquez, Rodriguez. Probably remove Ronnie Rodriguez. Dove gets picked, it is what it is. Cieto is moved. Okay. Oh, Arizona claims Ronnie Rodriguez. Anibal Sanchez. Could bring him in. Could bring in Gio. Brandon Moss. No, this is when we offer him a. Okay, where are we kind of sitting right now for our. McGregorson became an Athletic. Okay. Let's kind of look here a little bit. So starting pitcher, we got 1, 2, and 3 for sure. 4, 5 probably. We got 6 pitchers that could be starters for us. Brett Anderson might get moved. Relievers, we're sitting pretty. Catcher, we're okay. First base. So is this when we finally make Cora an everyday starter? I think we have to almost. And we have Piedra in the minors. Okay, we're looking really good in the minors, to be honest. Okay, Diego Ramirez. So this is the guy we drafted. Now it's kind of hard because we see Dave Washington here, but he's already 23. Is the only difference. Those two will fight for time in the minors right now. Marquez. We have a lot of players who could probably get called up or who should get called up, but might not. Carvajal should probably get called up, but he might not. Eloy Jimenez. Okay, I'm glad that we don't have what's his name anymore. Garrett Tubb is so fucking fast. Mitri will not be up Doms. Okay, I know where we're at. Do I need anything? Let's look at some relievers. Anything out here interesting me at all? No, no one. Matt Reynolds. Not at all. Gio. Anyone out here interesting to me? Jake Peavy. Not a single person out here. Omar Calzado. What the hell is this? Plus 50? What the hell? Okay, I'm not gonna sign him because I think that's like cheese. Albert Ramirez. This guy was an all-star? No, there's... What the hell? He had 0 everything, but now it says he got plus all that stuff. Okay, this is weird. Minus 38 based on ball 9. Yeah, this is kind of random. Let me check my roster quick and see how many players do I have. I have 91 total. Okay, so we're full. Let me go cut someone actually. Starting pitchers do I have? I've got a lot of relievers. Williams. Perez, there we go. Actually have a lot of unsigned guys now that I look at it. Just give some of these guys 1 year. No, not Kemmer. Copin, sure. Chase DeJong, sure. Norfolk, sure. Banda, sure. And Rodriguez, yeah, sure, whatever. Oh no, not that, not that. Mark Melancon goes to the Tigers, okay. Pomeranz and Desmond goes to the Rays, okay. People are fighting over Gio. Brandon Moss is getting some offers, so do I go sign Brandon Moss now is the thing. So I can go out there and I can give him $7 million a year if I want to. No, we don't need to do that. Chris Colabello, not interested in. Rob Refsnyder. Kind of intrigued here. A little bit. Could bring in Refsnyder. But that's not worth it. Okay. Jameel Weeks. Oh, we don't need any more. Oh, an infield, middle infielder. Danny Espinosa. Could play his whole career with Washington. They don't seem interested in bringing him back, which I feel a little bad for the guy. Texan Machado. There's no room here. Saunders, no room for him. Danny Santana, though. This guy, he's too much like Arismendi. I don't need him. Kepler. Kepler is pretty interesting. Junior Lake. Not really what we're looking for. No, the only question is Danny Santana. Do we need him? No, we're good. Gio Gonzalez is a Blue Jay. Nobody has been taken yet. Sometimes I wonder why I didn't have like a pick. So this is the starter, Brian Rodriguez here. I'm getting an offer of Dominique Jacobson. I'm not going to say yes to that. I'm going to decline that trade. But I will go update my trade block, actually. So they're saying I need catcher, shortstop, and outfielders. But what? I've got... Keep that. Are you fucking kidding me? Hector Rondon. Okay, so Rondon... No, we're not going to trade Rondon, actually. He's a great reliever. So on the market that'll be available is probably Alcantara, because he's not an everyday, he's a platoon. Mitri is available. Marwin. No, not Marwin. Let's keep Marwin around. Rodriguez. Eric Gonzalez and Aguilar and probably Steven Pryor. That'll be about it. And what are we looking for? Probably a first baseman. Well, maybe a catcher. I'm kind of looking for shortstop. It's the one thing we're kind of looking for right now. Is there anyone else on the block? No, there's not. Okay. You offer. So for right fielder Frank Olivo, they're offering me Charlie Blackmon. He's got some good quirks. He's a good player. But that's not what we're looking for, I would say. do have Rockies did get Anibal Sanchez, so that's probably why they were looking to move Charlie Blackmon. And there we are. Rays got Desmond, Pomeranz, Melanco, Gio, and Anibal. Okay, so now let's look at our roster here. Fairhurst, let's not, I think, pitch this year. Move him up. He will get invited to. How many saves did he have last year? 47. You're getting a great pitcher there. He's gonna be a setup guy. Pedro. David Washington. And that'll be that. So thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys enjoyed.